Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Two Girls, One Natty, featuring yours truly, Liv.
And Jules.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Keep going.
You go.
Oh, it's me.
This is just a taste of what is to come.
Sorry, everybody. This is my part here. This podcast will focus on all things sports, game day fashion, pop culture, and just being two girls navigating their 20s together.
Because it's difficult, so this is when we cheers.
The amount of times I've cheered somebody and forgot the drink, it just happens way too often.
It's disrespectful, honestly.
Every single time. We cheers a lot, but we both can't take shots.
I even cheers food. I cheers food too.
You do?
Yeah.
Don't blame you. I don't blame you. I think we should tell the audience how we met each other.
You think?
Yeah, I think we should do that.
Well, everyone probably knows who Jules is. Not so cool Jules. But we actually met through social media. Imagine that. Twitter. We're always going to call it Twitter too. No X here. We have X's though.
I've never dated a single person in my life ever.
We don't talk about that.
What's relationships?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just so independent.
Women empowerment. But yeah, so we met through social media and then our love for the Reds, honestly, because Jules, you've loved the Reds pretty much forever, right?
Yeah, I was born into that.
I know, weren't we?
Yeah, I was. I been through a lot with them, and I feel like sometimes I deserve a personal thank you note, especially for when I sat through their 100-loss season. But it's okay. Things change. They're not the same team. And we're obviously going to discuss that at some point this episode.
We are.
I just want to say I've met like 99.9% of my current friends through social media. So I just want to give a shout out. I guess not really a shout out, but I guess I want to tell my mom that it's okay to meet strangers online.
Kids, if you're listening, stay safe.
But don't do that at the same time. Like if you're gonna take advice from anyone, I am the absolute last person you should take advice from. It's starting with relationship advice. Don't ever come to me.
We're learning.
I don't even take my own.
We're learning and we're healing. So
We are learning. There is healing involved in that. It's fine.
it's fine.
Like I said, I've never dated anyone ever, so I'm not healing from anything.
No, we're talking about there. Yeah, so you had your signs.
I did have the signs.
Yeah, I even remember because I was on the rally pack for a while, so I worked for the Reds for 5 years, and I swear I just remember like seeing your one sign that said the Reynolds, yeah.
No, it says Matt Reynolds, yeah.
Matt Reynolds, yeah.
We're gonna have to explain that one. Matt Reynolds.
Yeah.
The other side said, Kyle Farmer, please hit a home run. That did not happen. Matt Reynolds is just one of those players. I tend to pick like the most random player for each one of my teams who is kind of like an obscure name that like most people don't know, but are like good guys. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about Matt Reynolds' personal life, but I'm assuming from what I've seen, he's a good guy. Also, he appreciated the sign. He waved to me, and I still think about it sometimes. So, Matt Reynolds, I just want to say, if there, what is the phrase? It's like, if there was 1,000 fans of Matt Reynolds,
Oh, yeah. I won.
I'm one. If there was 100, with like, if everyone's dead, then
Okay, I will cheers to that, Jules.
I love Matt Reynolds, man.
So basically, yes, we became friends through social media. We started going to Reds games together, actually. And we have our first picture. I actually have our first picture.
We also had the same sunglasses from Target that we've both lost, like, multiple times.
Yeah, and then I bought them again and again. Here, let me find the first picture. Aww, look at us. Yeah, that was our first game.
Yeah. I had to mute the mic because I had the burp.
That's so real.
So, I'm back.
We're real, raw, and authentic on here, people.
If you don't burp, that's your own issue. To me, like, if you don't fart, that's a red flag. My ex didn't fart, and then he cheated on me, so I think those are directly correlated. Like, don't tell me you don't fart.
Oh, wow. Okay, so going into our next segment, actually, speaking of just men and all things men, we get some pretty wild DMs a lot or, responses. We got some crazy responses about our podcast and our launch. Guys, we need to talk about that for a second.
Oh, yeah, there were some interesting responses.
What was one of your favorites?
I don't know if
Favorites would be the word.
yeah, I'm not sure using favorites as a way to describe this, reply is appropriate, but someone asked, "Are you ladies gonna be naked?"
On the pot. We are not. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no. We are fully clothed. Um, I actually have never been naked in my life. I take showers with clothes on. I came out of the womb with clothes on, and it was a Reds jersey, if you could picture that. But yeah, no, I've never been naked, so don't think about it because I personally have never been. So,
Never.
what was your favorite, reply?
That one was pretty good. I'll talk about the one guy that said, "Is this really like the name that you're going with for your podcast?" And it's just funny how people think, okay, two girls, one natty. Of course, it correlates to something that happened years ago. A video. We are very well aware of the video, guys. We did our research. We did our research, and a matter of fact, we used that because we were trying to be one way funny.
This is why they say women aren't funny, but we are funny women, so
We are funny. I mean, like sometimes, but anyways, we're funny, and I just think we obviously it's not going to be related to that video. Like, sorry about it. We just told you that we're not going to be naked on here. Like, that's just the deal. But I think it's a good way to retell our story, rebrand, and it's just like a play on, and we're two girls in the natty. So
yeah, and by the way, Natty is short for Cincinnati, to clarify for some of you folks who didn't simply Google search. But, so that is what that's from.
I get you guys like natty light, but we are unfortunately seltzer and wine girls.
Big seltzer girl. Big, big seltzer girl. I'm just saying. I love seltzers. They're a lot of fun. Somebody sponsor us.
Just putting that out there. We can switch to you too. Don't worry. We can always switch the the wine over to your seltzers.
Yeah, big seltzer fan. I gotta talk about some of the wild DMs I've
Please. Yes.
so I might have to dig up some of these screenshots, but I swear they're real. I remember getting one, like, years ago where this guy DM'd me because I was in Cleveland at the time. I think I was at a Cavs game or something, and I took a picture there, as I tend to do when I'm everywhere. I'm a very easy person to find. But somebody, told me, "I hope you become one of Cleveland's many homicides." That's a DM that's stuck in my mind. I've had multiple people tell me to, K-word myself. I've had but, unfortunately for you people who have told me that, I, refuse to die before the Reds win a World Series in my lifetime, which has not happened yet. I'm 24, I was born in '99, not much has happened. in the past 24 years. In fact, every time they got into the playoffs, they've only won 2 games, not a single series. So, you know what? I'm thriving. And another DM I got was on Instagram, and I can't really say what it was for. I want to save you guys from that image in your brain, your mind. I tried to say brain and mind at the same time. But let's just put it this way. The DM a guy sent me was of one of my own pictures, and he had another phone. He had 2 phones, maybe an iPad taking the picture. So he took a photo, like, of his phone, and let's just say he needed to his screen was a little dirty. There was a few he might need to wipe his screen off, and that was certainly an interesting DM to see, don't do that. Another person replied to a selfie of me and Sarah Elise. Hi, Sarah, love you. We love her. She's so nice. We stan. Um, he said, "I would raw dog you both." Like, fully on under a tweet.
That's a no from me.
That's a no for me, dog. That is a no from me. But I wanna say, do you have any specific DMs that you wanna talk about?
Oh yes, this one actually. So just so you guys are aware, we kind of bond over something very similar that has happened to us. um, we both actually got cheated on.
Woo! We both got cheated on. Yeah.
High five.
If the ops are watching, please stop stalking me. I don't really wanna file for a restraining order, but, like, I might have to. Number 2 coming for you soon, baby.
Okay, well, right after that happened, and right after that happened, this guy just thought, "Hey, this is gonna make her feel better," and DM'd me and said, "I never cheat on you in a million billion years."
The amount of times when I put out the tweet heard around the world, which I tweeted about being cheated on. Okay, I was an emotional person. Got a lot more attention than I thought it would, or maybe I planned it all. But the amount of DMs. First of all, if somebody just tweeted that they are going through a breakup, or they just got cheated on, or whatever it may be, the last thing that somebody wants to hear is that, like, one, I would never cheat on you. First of all, that is bare minimum. You're not supposed to. It's not normal. It's not normal behavior to cheat on someone. Just break up with them if you don't like them anymore. That, and like, they used it as a way to like slide into my DMs too. And I'm like, do I look like I want anything right now? Especially with some of y'all. Like, no.
I know, like, I just feel like sometimes when people just hear right about at the bat that, like, you're single, they just, like, wanna try to pounce and be like, "Oh my gosh, let me take you on a date," and, like, yeah, like, I get, like, "Oh," but, like, you think, like, we're gonna want that right after we were traumatized by that? Like, it's gonna take some healing, and I think like, that just needs to be talked about more, that like, you guys might see it as, like, "Oh, we wanna really wanna take you out, you deserve this, whatever," but, like, it's gonna take time, and that's the bottom line.
Period.
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 Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah, our tweets around the world, so yours was that one that you just mentioned, and then I tweeted on Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
"Merry Christmas to me."
Here's a gift of cheating.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Well, I didn't have getting cheated on Christmas on my bingo card."
Mine was so dramatic. I was like, I don't even know what I said, but I said, I said, if you need me right now, don't. I'm so sorry. That was so dramatic.
Oh my gosh. I just remember, like, my brother, he coaches, Anderson bowling, and one of the team moms, like, has follows me on Twitter, and she just comes up to me, and she's like, "I saw your tweet, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." Like, oh my gosh, it's like the mom, oh man, it's just funny how many people can actually, like, see your tweets.
Yeah, but it's honestly the best thing about it all was like the stuff that you might, I don't know, like at this point I think the best thing was like the amount of stuff I found out after the fact that just made it even worse, where I'm like, there is no way I'm ever getting back with this person. Uh that time at least.
I feel like I feel like you might want to, like you at first, you're like, "Oh, I wanna know, and I wanna find out and stuff," but it actually ends up making you feel worse. So, that's why I was like, "Okay, I'm actually like, don't tell me anything else, like, we're just gonna, like, move on with it," if that makes sense.
If there's one thing I have to tell y'all, my main advice is do not ever, 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 ever get back with someone who cheated on you. Don't. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh my gosh, I need to cheers you again. You're just doing it.
Oh yeah. That's a cheers, baby.
Well, I think that actually brings us to tea time, even though I don't even like tea, but, we like the tea.
I don't like tea either. It's not even that good.
But we like the tea, so okay, what's our debate today, Jules?
Story liking. Some of y'all are very passionate story likers. Some of you got, and I'm speaking men specifically as a woman. You guys like stories, and then I see tweets. I see, I see your post saying liking stories isn't. Yeah, it is. In most cases, you guys are liking stories. For example, like if I post a selfie with the girlies hanging out a little bit, and you're liking that, you're doing that because you know it goes to the top of the story views. You know that I see your like, and it's because you like that thing. Liking a story, that is what you're doing. You're doing it for attention. You're doing it because it's like, oh, she'll see that I liked it. Also, there is somebody that has been liking my stories for almost 3 weeks straight that he is fully engaged, right? It's on his Instagram. He doesn't hide it. He doesn't hide her by any means. And I just wanna say, if you're watching this, please stop. Because you're doing it because you know, "Well, my girlfriend can't see that I'm liking this girl's story."
And then you wanna
You're
say,
also
technically, it's not cheating, but
it's not cheating, but, like, it's also if I DM'd you, you're gonna take you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, like, let's hang out sometime." But if I DM you and call you out for liking my stories, that's when you're gonna say, "Oh, it didn't mean anything." But if I DM'd you for the purpose that you're liking my stories for, then you would take it. So it's like, you're doing that very intentionally, and you're also liking my friend's story.
it's just out of especially if you have, a significant other, it's out of respect of your significant other because you're obviously doing it for a reason. We're not talking about here, of course, like our friends like liking our stories and supporting us. Like there's certain circumstances, but like if especially like you were talking about somebody that doesn't even follow you liking your stories.
You have to search my name. You literally go you're the first, like, 5 viewers of my story, like clockwork, every single day. You don't follow me. I don't follow you. I didn't know who you even were until you were in my story likes every day. So, the ego train, like, let's bring you down a little bit. Let's do that. Please stop. Leave me alone.
It's like you're obviously have a reason you're doing it. So we just we can agree on that it's just it's obviously not cheating, but like
It leads to it because if he's liking my story and then one of my close friends' stories all the time, there's gonna be a girl who doesn't care that he has a girlfriend. There's gonna be a girl that takes the bait, and that's when it leads to cheating. I'm not gonna name drop here, but you know who you are. So please stop.
do you wanna mention their code name?
I don't oh wow. I don't have a code name for him yet.
Okay. Oh, Jules, would you like a shout out? Maction.
Um Shout out to the Bowling Green Falcons, my school that I went to. Love y'all. The baseball team doing great this year, by the way. Shout out to you guys. They easily swept Akron this weekend and are now 9-0 in the MAC. This is their third consecutive MAC sweep this season. Go Falcons. I also have to say something. They last I think it was last weekend or two. No, yeah, it was last weekend. March 16th or 17th, one of the days. They played Ball State, okay? They're in the MAC. No, Ball is not a state, okay? But, they beat Ball State last week. If I'm correct, the score was 34 to 8. And if I remember correctly, we hit 5 home runs, and, like, 14 of our runs were scored in the, like, 7th inning. Because when I was trying to figure out, I was like, "Is there a run rule?"
Do you know how many pitchers they put in?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look that I wasn't watching the game, but when I looked at the little, like, recap that we wrote, I was just like I was so curious. I'm like, "When were all these runs scored?" Because 'Cause they've played a full 9-inning game from my understanding, which is crazy. So, shout out to y'all for real. I love y'all. You're doing great. I'll have to go to a game. Now that leads me into our next topic, which is, of course, March Madness. And I'm going to give you guys a live reaction of my bracket. Liv did not do a bracket. However, she did.
I placed my first parlay in person yesterday. BetMGM, baby, on the banks. Okay, so my parlay did not did not win, but I was pretty close. Well, wait, did Creighton end up winning?
The way you like didn't know, you're like, did Creighton win, by the way?
We need to look that up. Okay, Creighton won. So I was only one off, people, but I know that's how parlays are. Okay, so it was Texas. I know. I'm like, wait a second, because I gave up after my first one loss, and I was like, well, oh, sad. So I had Texas money line. That's where I messed up, But they were close at the end, though. They were. Tennessee just, won. Then Illinois money line, and then Creighton money line. So I was just proud that I actually technical difficulties. I'm just proud. I like. There's a video too. I can like put it. Jacko got a video of me like there placing the bet using 15 of my own dollars.
You really broke the bank.
Told me I was only allowed to hang out with them if I placed a bet. So,
Y'all are that is weird.
you know how guys friends can be. But anyways, would you like to talk about your bracket? Because let's do it.
I gotta talk about my bracket here. Here we go. So here's a live reaction right now for the men's side. Of course, I will say I pay way, way, way more attention to the women's side. So my men's bracket was basically done by obviously their ranking, what I've heard from certain teams or about certain teams, I mean, or just my gut feeling. So please don't judge. So right now, UConn is still going strong. They're playing Northwestern. They're up 11-2. I have them winning, so hopefully that stays a thing. My pick for San Diego State versus Yale is SDSU, I guess. I obviously for the Yale Auburn game did not have Yale winning. Oops. And then I picked Illinois. They won. Doing good with that. ISU won. UNC won. Like I said, I pay way more attention to the women's. I didn't know St. Mary's. I was like, wait, who's that? Who did I pick there? I have Baylor over Clemson, and that is Baylor's down by like 6. Bro, okay. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. Ultimately, long story short, Kentucky screwed me over because I had them in the Elite Eight. And then who else screwed me over? Creighton's doing good. Tennessee I had. Gonzaga I did not have. I had Kansas. I should have known. Purdue so far has actually not been upset for once, so congrats to Purdue. Now we're gonna talk about the women's side because I know way more about that, and I'm doing way better. So my rank oh, same. My rank on the men's side is like 4.5 million, but my rank on the women's side was originally like 1.2 million, but now it's 715,000. And you know why I jumped up the rankings charts is because Duke upset Ohio State at Ohio State. So shout out to Duke. I have never thought I would ever say those words in my life because I do not like Duke. I'm a hater, but that's more on the men's side. I have UConn over Syracuse. I really think that's a lock. USC going pretty far. I believe my final four is Iowa, UConn, South Carolina, and Tennessee. And Iowa, my wife, Caitlin Clark, everybody, is winning a natty this year. I love her.
Yes, and we just have to do another shout out for Jules's other wife, Renee Rapp.
I love Renee Rapp.
I think the main thing we're really excited for, though, opening day, baby, in the Queen City.
Before we talk about opening day, of course, we gotta talk about ballpark food.
It combines our two favorites,
We have to talk about it. This is my favorite thing in the world.
baseball food.
So we made a bracket. Here we go. I'm gonna get this in the full screen. Hopefully my computer doesn't freak out. So we, in the spirit of March Madness, we made a Great American Ballpark food bracket. And me and Liv have talked about this a few times, but we're going to fully debate what is happening here. So we have helmet nachos versus skyline nachos, pizza against popcorn, cotton candy against soft pretzels, pulled pork, cheese conies, fried fry box and tacos, brisket and cheese hoagie, which is a new menu item, and Philly cheesesteak. Chick-fil-A, yes, we have Chick-fil-A, folks. Hot dogs, classic. 50 West Burger and chicken tendies.
Ooh, the tendy.
Big chicken tendies fan. So we're gonna start with helmet nachos and skyline nachos. Liv, who wins this matchup?
You know I love Skyline, but I will say I've tried Skyline nachos, and for some reason I just feel like there's just too much nacho cheese with it. So I just have to go with my classic helmet nachos. I mean, and they're in a helmet. Like,
I'm gonna have to go with helmet nachos as well. So we have helmet nachos making it to the second round over skyline nachos. Please write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Next we have pizza against popcorn. I'm gonna be completely honest.
I know, Jules, you love popcorn.
This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I really think it comes down to the wire with this matchup. What are your thoughts, Liv? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I just gotta go with the pizza.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the pizza as well, which is really hard.
That is a really hard one for you.
Whoever set up this bracket, did you really have to put? Oh wait, it was me.
That was you.
Yeah, that was fully me. But think it's disrespectful by the committee, the food committee, to put pizza and popcorn both rightfully deserving of number 1 seeds, but to have popcorn at the 14th seed and pizza at the 4, that's just ridiculous. It should be 4 and 5. There is no reason. Popcorn won the regular season championship, and then they got beat by soft pretzel on a last second shot. So there's no reason. There is no reason.
All right, cotton candy and the soft pretzel.
I am an avid, and I mean avid cotton candy hater. I hate cotton candy. I hate it. It is gross. It is disgusting.
I would like to respectfully disagree.
There is no reason. There is absolutely no reason cotton candy needs to even be in production.
It can be in production for me. But I will agree, though. I think the soft pretzel wins for sure. With the cheese. You got to include the cheese with it.
Pulled pork versus cheese conies. When to me, like if you're thinking ballpark food, you're thinking things you're going to eat.
And especially for Cincinnati, like at Great American Ballpark.
I think I'm gonna have to go with cheese coney.
Gonna have to do the conies.
I think that's a classic.
I do love pulled pork, though. You can get it everywhere. You're right.
Cheese coney wins. Okay, back to the graphic. Fry box versus tacos. So fry box, there's like It's pretty self-explanatory.
Got like buffalo. They've got like buffalo chicken, pulled pork, like different ones like that. But then the tacos are new this year as well, like the carnitas.
New tacos. So the Reds at Reds, hello, shout out to y'all.
Hey,
They tweeted like pictures. They tweeted pictures of the new food items this year, and I just want to say that those are some beautiful pictures. That may have been flagged for sensitive content because, damn,
ooh,
whoo,
is it this wine or is that just making me?
I don't know. I don't even know. We're debating fry box or tacos, right?
You know, I haven't even tasted the tacos yet, but the picture I've heard from people that went to the media day as well, they are banging.
I would love to be media. Imagine getting invited to just try free food. That sounds so good. Like that sounds amazing. I love free food.
I don't know about you, Jules, but I think I'm gonna go with the taco.
I'm going with tacos. I'm a big taco fan. Taco Tuesday every Tuesday at Jefferson Social here at the Banks. They have some of the best tacos I've had. I and they have trivia.
Tacos and trivia, baby. What's a better Tuesday?
Also, we're on like a three-peat. We've won 3 times in a row, right?
Yes, we have. We are on a roll.
Wait, did you guys go when I was at spring training?
Yeah.
Did you win?
Yeah, we did.
You so it's like a four-peat. We've won 4 times now.
Try to come at us. I doubt you'll win.
Low Expectations is our trivia team's name.
And I think it's a great name because we just beat that every time, you know? The low expectations.
We have Chick-fil-A sandwich versus hot dog. I have never had a Chick-fil-A sandwich. When I go to Chick-fil-A, I get the 12 count meal with fries. So I get nuggets.
For a baseball game, you gotta go with the classic hot dog. Whether you get the ketchup, yeah, the dogs. Whatever you go, the ketchup, the mustard, whatever you put on it, it like I love my Chick-fil-A. Don't get me wrong, but like you can't pass up a hot dog.
What do you put on your hot dog, Liv?
So I put a tiny little bit of mustard,
Boo.
just like a smidgen. Okay, a smidgen, and then put more ketchup on it too, so I get like the little taste. But like I said, shout out to Sarah Elise again. I think we should do the pumps for. I think they should put the pumps in for GABP for ketchup and mustard.
I'm not a purse girl. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a purse. That's to put my little Target wallet in and my keys and my little brush and my lip gloss. I'm a very low maintenance person, so I don't carry a lot of things with me. But yes, so the good thing about the Target purse is because it's only like $35, $40, I don't really care. So when it's 3-2-1 Tuesdays, which is the best invention ever, I don't know who like came up with that at Great American Ballpark. I'm not sure which one of you lovely Reds employees came up with this idea. I love you, and I would love your hand in marriage. To the point, though, is I tend to go on 3-2-1 Tuesdays. I really only care about the hot dogs because I'm not a beer drinker, and the little ice cream cups should be worth like 25 cents. So the hot dogs are $2. And the first thing I do is I go to the Porkopolis stand and I get 2 hot dogs. And I wrap them up in foil and they're little depressing looking buns that they put on I get it's $2 hot dogs, but y'all could do better. I don't wanna be poisoned, but, I put my buns that sounded weird. I put them in my purse. I posted one time at a UC baseball game. Sorry, Bowling Green, for cheating on you. So I'm sorry. At least I apologize for cheating. But, regarding, sports fandom, um, I had a picture of my hot dog with on the back, and there was an ungodly amount of ketchup. Like, even I could say that, but, like, I'm totally fine with that because I love ketchup. And I got flamed on Twitter. I got flamed because they're like, "Is there any hot dog with that ketchup?" No. The appropriate ketchup to hot dog ratio, and they had pumps. That's why it was great. I'm pretty sure they had pumps, maybe I'm wrong. But ultimately, I used a lot of ketchup because I love ketchup. So I'm team pumps.
Yeah. So Reds, if you're listening, just think about it. Just think about the pumps.
I like how we got on a whole tangent. We're still, like, on the first round of this bracket. So we gotta get back to the bracket.
All right, let's get back to it. So hot dogs obviously wins. Okay.
We have 50 West Burger versus chicken tendies. Chicken tendies.
Yeah, chicken tendies. Let's just say that. Yeah, chicken tendies. Easy win. Yeah. No, I still like 50 West, but we got tendies.
For the first round, we definitely skipped a little bit of a sleeper competition here. We got way ahead of ourselves and we completely skipped brisket and cheese hoagie versus Philly cheesesteak.
Okay, the brisket and cheese hoagie is new as well this season.
Liv is going to take this one because I've never had a Philly cheesesteak. So
Penn Station's Philly cheesesteak is fire, and whenever you go to Penn Station, that's what you get. Like that's just period. So I'm sure the brisket, like the new item, is great, but like I gotta go with my classic Philly cheesesteak.
So with that being said, Philly cheesesteak makes it to the second round. Big upset, baby.
Take Philly cheesesteak, just like eating it at a baseball game, I think just makes more sense, you know?
Second round, we have helmet nachos against pizza, and so so when you go to the ballpark, it's just like one slice. I don't know if you can get like a I don't know. So you go to La Rosa's, you get one slice, or you get helmet nachos, which is like a lot of nachos in a helmet. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm taking helmet nachos.
Helmet nachos.
Next, we have in the second round, of course, soft pretzel versus cheese cone.
I mean, I think we know.
Cheese conies, because something I learned is you buy a pretzel and then the cheese cup is like an additional charge. It's like $5. Like one time I was like, "Can I get cheese with my pretzel?" Because like for me, like cheese comes with the pretzel, right? And they're like, "Okay, that'll be $5 for a cheese cup." Y'all got to change that.
Okay, so that takes us back to Philly cheesesteak against tacos.
Philly cheesesteak against tacos in the second round. We are going to have to take Philly cheesesteak because to me, and according to Liv, she's had both, and she definitely takes Philly cheesesteak.
Take Philly cheesesteak, just like eating it at a baseball game, I think just makes more sense, you know?
Have hot dog versus chicken tendies. That's a hard one. That's what she said. But I'm gonna have to go with the classic because hot dogs are just a lot easier to eat, and they just they're I don't know. I like hot dogs. You think hot dogs. You think you're getting a dog. You're getting a dog.
It's just when you think of a baseball game, you think of a hot dog in your hand. Exactly.
You're getting a dog. You're gonna wiener dog. Wiener dog. So with that being said, we now have our final four, which is let's start with the final four, the final two on the left side technically. Helmet nachos versus cheese conies. We may have to do an apology for this one. We might have to do an apology for this one. Um, so I would like to apologize to our friends at Skyline.
We love you so much.
I love you. And you know my love, it burns deep for you. That was a wink, by the way. I love y'all. Okay. But sometimes relationships just don't work out.
As we know,
We're gonna have to take we're gonna have to take one for the team here, I guess, and say helmet nachos because there is nothing like helmet nachos at the ballpark. Nothing like it. There's just nothing like helmet nachos at the ballpark. So that brings us to the other side. Philly cheesesteak versus hot dog.
I don't think this one is as hard.
That's what you said. Gotta go with hot dogs.
We gotta go with the dogs.
So that brings up here we go. This is a final two matchup. Helmet nachos versus hot dogs. So mm, that's a little that's rough. That is rough and fast.
That's what she said.
Thank you. I was looking at you in a rather weird way, and I was hoping you were picking up, but,
Hot dogs.
you're going with hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
Are you talking, like, the $2 hot dogs, or are you talking the actual good hot dogs?
Oh, you're right. Okay, that changes things.
I don't know, man.
Wait, okay, maybe if we can't decide, we can ask our viewers.
And I could also post this bracket for y'all to fill out for yourselves.
'Cause it's just too hard for us to decide.
It is. It's very hard. So hard.
So it is up to you. The hot dogs or the Hellman nachos? Which one would you prefer at a baseball game?
Obviously, now that we're talking about a certain ballpark that may be right down the street, we're gonna end this episode talking about opening day.
Woo! It's almost here.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, and St. Louis Cardinals fans, I'm looking at y'all.
Especially our friend Christine.
You've been in our mentions saying that.
Christine, I love you, but you're a Cards fan, so
Specifically mine that opening day in St. Louis is better. It's not. And I challenge all of y'all to come here.
nothing is ever better than opening day in the Queen City. Like in nothing.
Opening day is crazy. And if you haven't experienced it yet, you need to experience opening day.
You even if you're not the biggest baseball fan, you have to come out. It is just a celebration like no other. And yeah. Speaking of opening day though, we are going somewhere before opening day. Actually. It is. Yes. It is the opening day eve party. Wednesday, March 27th from 6:30 to 10 at Moorline Lager House. Shout out. So it's the 12th annual opening day eve party hosted by Randy and Sue.
Yeah, Randy.
Yes, Randy and Sue. To benefit the Cincinnati Reds Community Fund.
Big fan of the community fund.
Yes, love the community fund. But more on this event. It'll be at Moorline with DJs, appetizers. We love food. Hello, Reds mascot appearances, local celebs. Mm-hmm. Former current Reds players, grand raffles, silent auctions, photo booth, and more. So it is a big event. You gotta go. You gotta get ready for Reds opening day. Speaking of that, I saw that the Reds Community Fund has also raised over $50,000
That's a lot of money.
already. Yeah, and it's still moving. So I believe, yeah, they've raised 50,000 and counting. Usually that doesn't start moving until opening day, but it's going. And they have something cool where they do giveaways for early bird prizes to incentivize people to play sooner rather than later. Because I saw they're doing a giveaway with the opportunity for a fan to throw out the first pitch. I know you've done before.
I have done the first pitch before. I have done that. Can confirm it's a very fun time.
They're doing that. They're giving away Ellie De La Cruz autographed baseballs, Jonathan India autographed City Connect jersey. It's amazing. Anyways, we just want to give a huge shout out to the Reds Community Fund. We're so excited to attend the opening day eve party as well. Please buy your tickets. It's gonna be such a fun event, Jules. Like I'm so.
Well, is there anything else? Do you know what we're wearing for opening day?
The only thing we do know is our incredible shoes. We gotta show them. We gotta get them out.
Really quick. Right, but before we show these shoes, obviously, if you're only listening the audio version, hard to explain. We posted pictures of them. They're really cool custom shoes. For those that are watching, those viewers, you will be able to see. So, Liv, go ahead and give us your little spiel.
All right. So just want to shout out who made these shoes for us. We're so excited to wear them. It is at Retro Jordan Resale on Instagram. So that's where to find them. That's where to order them. You can order and customize your shoes. It doesn't even have to be Reds, but like obviously you need some for, this Red season. But look, okay, let's take a look at mine first. These sick. So this is just the side. And then Look at him. Look at Mr. Red. Beautiful. And then the other side. Yeah, I know. This side again, but the classic Red Sea. They're filthy. I love them. Cannot wait to wear them. I don't know what I'm gonna wear for the rest of opening day, but we're gonna figure that out.
So we have mine. I did a City Connect theme. There is nothing better than City Connect Fridays, and then you have fireworks afterward. I am a big fan of City Connect Fridays. Anyways, I think that's a good place to end. But we'll give a recap on opening day next episode. We'll talk about how the party went, how the game went. Hopefully, we finally win a game for opening day because we never do that. So I just want to say, go Reds. That's really all I gotta say.
Go Reds! And thank you so much for listening. 2 girls, 1 natty. All we want to say is cheers.
Also, at some point, we're gonna be in the same frame, but right now, we're doing this for now.